ผู้ติดตามบอกว่าท่านอยากชมห้องทำงานของเราฉันไปเตรียมเปิดห้องให้แล้วล่ะค่ะทางนี้เลยค่ะ
นี่มันได้อย่างนี้สิปัดโถเอ้ย
นี่ก็คือทางเข้าเขตห่วงห้ามนะคะซึ่งมีอยู่จุดเดียวในพื้น
What if the real mission wasn't stopping the villain, but figuring out who the villain is? Mission Impossible 1996 didn't just launch a franchise, it rewired the spy genre. Trust became dangerous, loyalty became temporary, and the hero survived not by strength, but by suspicion. Fact 1. The film opened by destroying the team, not the enemy. In most spy films, the team is sacred. Here, they're eliminated in the first act. The Prague mission collapses. Agents die suddenly. Plans fail instantly. The film establishes one rule immediately. No one is safe, not even your allies. Fact 2. Ethan Hunt is framed as the villain early on. Instead of celebrating the hero, the movie isolates him. Ethan is accused, watched, hunted. The CIA believes he's the mole. This flips the typical spy narrative. The protagonist isn't chasing the traitor, he is the suspect. Fact 3. Post-Cold War paranoia drives the tone. Released after the Cold War, the film reflects a new anxiety. If the old enemy is gone, who do you fear? The answer becomes internal corruption. The threat isn't foreign invasion. It's betrayal within your own agency. Trust collapses inward. Fact 4. Brian De Palma turned espionage into psychological horror. Director Brian De Palma infused the movie with split diopters, long tension-building shots, and surveillance-style framing. The result? Espionage feels claustrophobic. The camera watches characters the way intelligence agencies would. You don't just see the paranoia, you feel it. Fact 5. Dialogue is used like a weapon. Conversations in this film are rarely neutral. Every exchange contains hidden meaning, misleading information, and strategic silence. The audience is forced to decode motives in real time. The film turns communication itself into a battlefield.
Fact 6. The CIA vault scene redefined suspense for the 90s. The Langley break-in is nearly silent. No music, no dialogue, no gunfire. Just breathing, sweat, and gravity. Instead of loud spectacle, the film builds tension through restraint. One drop of sweat becomes more terrifying than a firefight. That scene proved something radical. Silence can be louder than explosions. Fact 7. Physical vulnerability makes the scene human. Ethan hanging from the ceiling isn't heroic, he's fragile. He can't touch the floor, can't make noise, can't afford a mistake. There's no superhuman strength, just precision under pressure. The film grounds espionage in physical reality, and that makes the danger believable. Fact 8. The film treats information as the ultimate weapon. The knock list isn't a bomb, it's data, names, identities, secrets. The movie makes it clear. In the modern world, information is more powerful than missiles. Control the list, control the game. Fact 9. Masks aren't just gadgets, they're a theme. The famous face masks aren't just cool tricks. They represent identity instability, performance, and the impossibility of certainty. If anyone can be anyone, then trust collapses entirely. The film turns disguise into philosophy. Fact 10. Action is deliberately sparse in the first half. Compared to later entries, this film is restrained. There are few shootouts, limited large-scale chases, and long dialogue-heavy sequences. Why? Because this isn't an action film first, it's a paranoia thriller. Explosions come later. Suspicion comes first.
Fact 11. The villain is a subversion of nostalgia. The traitor isn't a new character. It's Jim Phelps, a figure associated with trust and leadership. Instead of introducing a fresh antagonist, the film corrupts a familiar one. The message is unsettling. Even legacy can rot. Fact 12. Betrayal is framed as disillusionment, not madness. Jim Phelps isn't portrayed as chaotic. He's practical. He believes the system no longer rewards loyalty. Institutions are disposable. Survival means adaptation. His betrayal feels ideological. It reflects post-Cold War cynicism when old structures felt unstable. Fact 13. The train sequence marks the franchise's identity shift. The high-speed train climax changes everything. Up until then, the film was controlled, tense, methodical. Then, suddenly, helicopter inside a tunnel, explosions, wind-swept chaos. This scene signals the future of the franchise, from a psychological thriller to kinetic spectacle. Fact 15. Ethan wins through improvisation, not authority. Ethan doesn't win because he outranks anyone. He wins because he adapts faster. He outsmarts manipulation, reverses traps, turns deception against deception. Authority fails. Agility survives. The film subtly redefines what a modern spy looks like. Fact 16. The ending restores order, but not innocence. By the end, the mole is exposed, the CIA regains control, and Ethan is reinstated. But trust doesn't return. The audience now knows institutions are fragile. Loyalty is conditional. Anyone can flip. The system stands, but the illusion is gone.
Fact 16. It turned Ethan Hunt into a different kind of action hero. Unlike 80s action stars, Ethan isn't invincible. He gets outsmarted, gets cornered, gets framed. His strength isn't brute force, it's calculation. This shifted the genre away from muscle and toward intelligence-driven survival. Fact 17. It elevated Tom Cruise from star to franchise architect. After this film, Tom Cruise wasn't just acting, he was producing. He shaped the franchise into increasingly stunt-driven, physically demanding, and practically executed. The seeds of those extreme future stunts were planted here. Fact 18. The film proved spy stories could be stylish again. In the mid-90s, spy films weren't dominating. This movie brought back European settings, cold lighting, sleek paranoia, elaborate deception. It modernized espionage aesthetics without turning it into a parody. Style became substance. Fact 19. Every future entry escalated from this template. Later films would go bigger, more stunts, more global locations, more physical risk, but the core formula began here: betrayal, misdirection, identity uncertainty. The DNA never changed, only the scale did. Fact 20. The real impossible mission is trust. At its core, the film isn't about stealing a list. It's about survival in a world where loyalty expires. The impossible mission isn't infiltration. It's finding someone you can believe. And that theme continues throughout the franchise. Trust is earned. Trust is broken. Trust is always temporary. Mission Impossible 1996 didn't just launch a series. It rebuilt the spy genre around suspicion instead of certainty. It replaced clean patriotism with moral gray zones. And it proved that sometimes the most dangerous enemy is already inside the room. If you love movies that turn betrayal into art, redefine what action heroes look like, and quietly reshape entire genres, subscribe now. This channel doesn't just revisit blockbusters, we uncover the architecture behind them and why their missions still matter decades later.